Morning, Miss. How are you today?
Hello, Diana. Good morning. I am fine. A little bit tired, but I'm fine. What about you? Are you okay? Are you working?
I know, yes, I am working, but I prefer to stay here that 6 days, the whole 6 days, because I dislike to wake up very early.
We're going to start with the class. Last week we were practicing something about report speech, right? That's a little bit, and we can say hard, right? To understand the rules and the uses, right, of a report speech. But I guess at the end, we understood, right? Almost all the, like I say, necessary structure to use the report speech, right? So today we're going to study a new topic, the passive voice. I don't know if you have any idea about passive voice, guys. Have you ever heard about that or no? Passive voice. No?
Yes, I hear about that. In some cases, you forget the rules.
The rules? Okay. Can you give me an
The passive
example?
voice
Yes, tell
is
me.
an active.
Yes? Okay, that's good. What about you, Edwin? Have you ever heard about that? Have you ever studied the passive voice?
No, teacher, I have never heard about
Okay,
that.
this would be the first time. Okay, so let's start with that one. So there you have active voice, that will be like the normal sentence, right? And also we're going to have the passive voice. In the active voice, the sentence's subject performs the action of that sentence, right? The subject of a sentence is always a noun or a pronoun, right? So no matter what verb you use, the structure of your sentence, so that's like the structuring your sentence, so the subject performs the verb, right? In written in the active voice. That would be like that. She likes birth watching, right? What is that? She likes birth watching. An active voice sentence, right? So that is like the subject, you have the verb and the complement for that one, right? And so that would be like the active voice in that case. You have the, we can say the common structure, right? So the subject, the verb in this case, that is third person singular, that's why you use the s, right? And also you have there the complement, right? That is for an active sentence. But what about this one? Her favorite time of the day is twilight, right? It's another an active voice sentence, right? You have there, we can say the subject, right? Her favorite time for watch, right? Her. And also there you have like the verb, the complement. So this is like a common sentence in English, right? The active voice. What happened with the passive voice? In the passive voice, the verb acts upon the subject. Or to put it in the passive voice, the subject is acted upon by the verb, right? So in this case, it's different. Every sentence in the passive voice contains two verbs. A conjugated form to be, that would be in present or in past, right? Is, are, was, were, right? And also the main verse. You're going to use, guys, the past participle again when we have the passive voice. right? So the subject is acted upon by the verb in that case. So we're going to use the conjugated form of the verb be. That will be maybe in present or in past. It depends on the sentence that you have, right? And also we're going to use another verb. We can say it like the main verb, right? In past participle, right? So example, summer break, right, is beloved by students. What do you have there, guys? You have summer break. That will be like the subject of that sentence. You're talking about the summer, right? Is, that is the verb be, the conjugated form of the verb to be. This is in simple present, right? And also you have this, beloved. What is that? The past participle of the main verb, right? Then you have a by, that will be like a preposition in the students. So summer break is beloved by who? Students, right? Sometimes you don't need to use this last part. We can say summer break is beloved. Point to survive there, right? But also you can add this by the students. So you can say the car is broken by someone, right? So you can say that if you want, right? So sometimes when you write in passive voice, you need to have like a tone there, right? Like when you want your reader or the reader be focused on the action that is being described of the verse dated object, right? Which becomes the subject of that sentence in this case. So rather than on the noun performing of the verb in that case. Also, we have this. The passive voice has a subtle tone than the active voice, right? So we're going to be careful with that also. There you have some examples, guys. It says, a car was broken into on Cairo street last night. So a car was broken. What's that? Is this an active voice sentence? No, right? That is a passive voice sentence. You have there a car, right? Was broken. In this case, this is the conjugated form of the verb be but in past, right? Broken, that is the past participle, right? Into on Cairo Street last night. That would be like the complement of that one. So if you notice here, sentences are in passive voice, both of them. There you have cash was stolen from the register. So cash was stolen from where? The place, right? So also you have there again the conjugated form of the verb to be in past, and also you're going to have there the main verb in the past participle, right? Active voice grammar structure. While tense is all about time reference, voice describe whether the grammatical subject, right, of clause performed or you can receive. In that case, the subject or the thing, the object, the person receives what? The action of the verb. So we can have here like the grammar structure on an active voice. I can say grammar structure. Subject, verb, performed by the subject, optional object. We can say, in this case, Chester kicked the ball. In this case, you have like the subject, the verb. In this case, who performed the action? The subject in this case, right? You have the verb in past, right? And also you have this like the optional object or part of the complement of the sentence, right? So Chester kicked the ball. Very simple past, right? And that is like an active voice sentence, a common one, right? You have a subject who performed the action of the verb in that case. Let's say the subject, right? Also, if you want to have an optional object, or we can say complement, you can include it, right? But that is active, a common sentence. What about the passive voice grammar structure? First, you're going to have a subject, some form of the verb to be. The conjugated form, it depends of the tense that you have there, right? Then you're going to have the past participle of the transitive verb of the main verb. So you're going to use past participle. Then you can have like an optional preposition phrase that will be by someone else, right? The action in the case, right? So, examples. The ball was kicked by Chester. So this is different. You don't have the Chester kicked the ball. No, right? So the ball, you have the object here first, right? That will be the subject in that case. Then you have was. That is we can say the conjugated form of the verb be in past. Then kicked. That is the past participle. That is not past, like Chester kicked the ball. In this case, that is past participle. And the optional prepositional phrase. Who did that action? Chester. So the ball was kicked by Chester. So this is a passive voice grammar structure, right? So in the first one, when you have the active sentence, you say Chester kicked the ball. What's the object? The ball. So, in this case, that's different, right? There you have the ball, the object first, then the conjugated form, the verb be, then we can say the past participle of the main verb that is kicked, right? By who? By Chester. So, and that's by Chester. It's a prepositional phrase that tells you who performed the action. Who did it? Chester, right? Even though Chester is the one doing the kicking, he's no longer the grammatical subject in that case. So, in the passive voice, yes, right? He was the subject, right? So, in the passive voice construction can even drop in from the sentence. So you can say the ball was kicked. If you don't want to add by Chester, that's also okay. The ball was kicked. That's good. It's great, right? So we need to be careful in this case with this grammar structure, right? Also, yeah, the ball was kicked. That's that I was telling you that you can omit or you can write by Chester, and that's also okay, right? If you want it. So also here you have like the tense and the active voice and the passive voice. For example, if you have the simple present, a simple present sentence. For example, you can say, I make a cake. That is in simple present, right? I make a cake. That is an active voice sentence. If you want to write down that one, First, you're going to take what? The object. What did you make? Because a cake, right? So you're going to write down first the object. Then you have what? Simple present. So you're going to use the simple form. We can say the simple present form of the verb be. In this case, cake. So is. And then you're going to take the main verb, which will be the main verb, make. So a cake is made. You're going to use here the past participle, right? So I make a cake is made. If you want to, a cake is made by me. That's also good if you want to add that part. If not, you can say a cake is made, and that's all. If you have present continuous, also you can do this. I'm making a cake. A cake is being made. So you can take this one. A cake is being. You're going to use this structure and also the past participle then of the main verb. If you have past simple or simple past, that someone say, I made a cake was made. So in that case, you're going to use the verb being past, right? And also the main verb in the past participle. So you can say, I made a cake was made. If you want to add by me, that's also good, right? If you have past continuous, also I was making a cake was being made. When you have the continuous form, you're going to add also, in this case, being, right? So, present perfect. Also, you can have like an active voice there. I have made a cake. A cake has, right? You also need to take into account the object, in this case, the subject, right? You have cake, so you need to change, in this case, the structure, right? So has, and also add been and made. That's the past participle, right? So I have made a cake. A cake has been made. Past perfect also, I had made a cake. A cake had been made. Future, I will make a cake. A cake will be made. Look at this one. You have here the auxiliary for the future simple, right? Also be, you can say it like in the base form, and also the past participle. So a cake will be made. Future with be going to, I'm going to make a cake. A cake is going to be, also don't forget this, to be made, right? Modal, I must make a cake. A cake must be made. So also you're going to add also be here, be and be, right? That is like the base form of the verb be, right? And also modal perfect, we can say that. I should have made a cake. We haven't studied this one yet, but you can find some sentences like this, right? So a cake should have been made, right? So guys, don't forget this. In the, we can say, passive voice construction, the grammatical subject of the clause receives the action of the verb, right? So don't forget that. So I don't know if you have any questions about this one. This is a little bit tricky sometimes because of the use of the structures and also the position. We can say that the position of the subject also, or the object of the sentence, right? And also you can or you need to use the conjugate form of the verb be. It depends of the tense that you have, right? And also you need to use the past participle of the verse, right? So, but I guess if we practice, we can do it, guys. I don't know if you have questions. Is everything clear about the passive voice, the active also, and the passive? Do you have questions? No questions at all?
My guess I suppose it's clear. We need to do exercise.
Okay, Diana, that's great. What about you, Edwin? Is everything clear? We're going to start, I guess.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, I guess we need to start with the, we can say the simple present tense, right? That will be easy for us. Then we're going to do some exercise in past, right? So let me share the first exercise with you guys. So passive with present simple or simple present, right? So there you have like a little review about the tenses, right? I am none, for example, right? Or she's none. Also, we can have like the negative form, right? I am not, none, right? Or she's none, right? Also, we can have like questions, right? So, are you none? For example, you can say yes, I am, or no, I am not. If you have that kind of structure there, right? So, fill in the blanks below to complete the sentences. There you have. Study the boxes above. So you have English, and you have a verb between parentheses. So, English in many countries around the world. What happened here? You need to use the, the conjugated form of the verb be and also the past participle of the verb that you have between parentheses. So, English is spoken in many countries around the world, right? Let's see the second one. Much of the words coffee, which could be that one.
It was group.
Was or is? Edwin?
Is group.
Is.
Oh, is
Which could be the past participle of. You have raw, grew, and
wrong. No.
wrong. Yeah, would be that one. So much of the words coffee is grown in Brazil, right? So that would be that one. So guys, work on them and we're going to check them together in 2 minutes, right? You're going to have 2 minutes. Remember, if you have questions, just raise your hand and I will help you, okay? So work. You have 2 minutes. Work, guys. Okay, guys, let's check the answers. What about the number 3? Many photos, often of the beautiful scenery near the mountain. Which could be that for us?
Are
Are. Remember, you take into
are
account the
taken.
subject, right? So I taken of the beautiful scenery near the mountain. What about number 4? The flowers. What do you have though? The flowers
Are water.
are watered. That is past participle with the form, right? Every evening by the gardener. How many books
Are check check out.
checked? So, how many books we can say that are we are checked? Check out, right? That's great. What about this one? Millions of dollars on the stock market every day. Millions.
Are made.
Excellent. Are made of the stock market every day, right? Perfect. My friend's salary. Look at this one. My friend's salary. What? Is or are?
Is paid.
Is paid, right? So my friend's salary is paid by his company every 2 weeks. Excellent. Many criminals what? Catch.
Are count.
Excellent, Edwin. Are caught. That is the past participle of that one, right? Are caught with the help of modern terminology, right? The department store doors open. There you have opened to customers at night. Are
Open.
opened. Good to customers at 9 a.m. Letters and package by the postman every day, right? So which should be
Are picked.
are picked, right? Picked
Are
out.
picked out.
Excellent by the postman every day. The rooms cleaned by the hotel maids every morning.
Are cream.
Are cleaned, right? So there you have cleaned by the hotel maids every morning. Excellent. Canada for its long cold winters. You have Canada there.
Is known.
Is known. Excellent for its long cold winter, right? Winters. What about patients? 13. Patients. Very good card at that hospital, right?
Are given.
Are given. Excellent. Very good care at the hospital. What about this one? Monopoly by people in many parts of the world. Is play or are play? Which
Is
could be?
play.
Is, right? You're talking about
Is
mono.
played.
Is played by people in many parts of the world. What about this one? A new president even 4 to 8 years. New president. Which would be that one, guys?
Is selected.
Is elected. Excellent. So if you notice there, this is easy, right? Just to write down, we can say the conjugate form of the verb be and also the main verb in past participle. Let's do this quiz, guys. It says complete the 18 sentences to score your knowledge of passive and also active voice. So we need to choose the correct structure. So we're going to read the sentences and decide if that needs, right, an active structure or a passive one. So let's see the number one. Football is a popular sport. It in many countries in the world. Plays or play? Which could be the answer for that one? Which do you think?
B.
Letter B is played. Excellent.
Maybe.
Letter B, right? So football is a popular sport. It is played in many countries in the world. Number two, many movies in Hollywood every year are made, or make. Excellent. Are made.
Good.
Many movies are made in Hollywood every year. Three, I often go to the library in some books to read. There you have borrow and borrowed by. Which could be that one? Do you think that
B.
letter B, I am borrowed by some books to read? Do you consider that that is like an active or a passive voice sentence? Which would be that?
For me, it's an active.
So there you have. I often go to the library. It's like it sounds like a common sentence, right? So borrow
Borrow.
some books to read, right? If you say I am borrowed by what? Some books to read, you don't have a person there that is doing the action in that case. So you don't need to use the passive, the voice there. Okay, number 4. Our office, the cleaning crew every evening cleans is cleaned by a person. Which one do you think it could be the answer? A or B?
B.
Letter B, excellent. Is cleaned in that case by the cleaning crew, right? So that would be letter B. That's a passive voice. What about 5? The restaurant chef really great food is cooked by or cooked. What's the subject?
Cooks.
Cooks, right? So the restaurant chef cooks really great food. Perfect. Millions of people in airplanes every year are flown by or fly.
Fly.
Fly, right?
Fly.
So millions of people, right? In airplanes. So fly. Excellent. New Year's Day on January 1st in most countries of the world is celebrated or celebrates. New Year's Day.
Celebrated.
Letter A,
Celebrated.
X, is celebrated on January 1st. Excellent. 8. Sometimes my older sister, me, with my homework is helped me or helped by, sorry, or helps in that case.
Helps.
Helps, right? Who? My older sister, right? So that will be that. Come on, what happened here? Okay, so 9. He is a famous actor. He all over the world is known. We can say or known.
Is known.
Is known,
Is
right?
known.
Is known all over the world. Excellent. That's the passive voice. Let's see. 10. Our final exams at the end of the school year are given or give or final exams. Excellent. Are given at the end of the school year. Excellent. 11th, most people. Norwegian, that's good. In Norway, speak or are spoken by. My God, that could be. Speak, right? Speak. Speak, right? That's a, you can say active voice sentence, right? It's good. 12. Our newspaper every morning before 8 o'clock is delivered or delivers.
Is
It's
Yeah.
delivered.
usually
Is delivered, right? Every morning. That's the passive one, right? Yes. So your R newspaper is talking about the newspaper, so that's why is delivered. 13. I a shower after I come home
Eight.
from. Letter A, I am taken by or I take.
I take
Mhm.
I take a shower.
I take a shower right after I come home from now. So you're gonna I am taken by who? No, you take the shower, right? So it's an active one. 14. My classmate, the answer to question number 6. Wow. Is none by
No.
or knows? Knows, right? You have classmate knows the answer.
Knows the
Excellent.
answer.
That's a passive or active?
Active.
That's an active voice, right? 15. Sports fishermen fish in a river near my home. Catch are caught by.
Catch.
Catch.
Catch, right? Excellent. Sports
Yes.
fishermen catch fish. That's an active voice, right? In a river near my home. 16. Cats, mice, right? That's why we have 3 cats on our farm. Are eaten by or it?
It
It? Cats eat mice? X. That's good, right? So if your mice are eaten by cats, that would be great, right? But in this case, you have cats eat mice, right? Excellent. 17. When my car breaks down, it mechanics at the garage fixes or X fixed by. Which one?
is fixed
Is
by
by.
Aha, yeah. When my car breaks down, it fixed by who? The mechanics at the garage. Excellent. That's a passive one. And the last one, the animals at the zoo, John, the zookeeper, are fed by or fed. Which one did
are
say?
by
Are
Mhm.
fed by.
Yes, the animals. By who? By John. Yeah. We say the animals at the zoo are fed by John, the zookeeper. Excellent. Good, guys. I don't know if you have questions about that one. Is it easy for you? Can you give me an
No
example?
questions,
No
teacher.
question.
All right.
Diana, can you give me an example of a passive voice sentence and an active one? Which would be like an example. First in
okay.
active, then in passive.
Mm, mm, for example, uh, Diana.
Okay, Diane.
Diana deal her homework, and this is the active voice, but
Uh-huh.
the passive voice will be the homework was done by Diana.
X. Perfect. Good, right? So you have the active voice and the passive one. What about you, Edwin? Can you give me an example? Thank you, Diana. That's great. Which will be one?
The dog chased the ball
Okay.
in active voice,
Uh-huh.
and in passive voice, it can be a cake is being made by my mom.
Okay, cake is being made by my mom. That's good. Excellent, right? So, guys, I guess this is easy, a little bit easy, right? So you just need to know the, can say the structure of the inactive voice sentence and also the passive one, right? So, I don't know if you have questions. Because if you don't have questions, guys, I guess we're going to finish the class a little bit early today. But if you have something to tell me, just you can ask.
No, I don't have a question.
You don't
Just
have-
about the evaluation will be this week.
Yeah, I guess that will be this week, Diana. But at the end of the week, I guess. So we'll let you know on Thursday, okay? So just continue practicing this topic and also the report speech because that's a little bit complicated and maybe you're going to have a quiz about the report speech. So practice that a little bit more, okay? And study and also practice the passive and active voice, right? So in next class, we're going to continue doing some exercises about this passive and active, and maybe we're going to have like a listening comprehension or a reading comprehension activity. Okay, so if you don't have questions, guys, have a nice day. Take care a lot, and bye bye. See you on Thursday. Okay.
Okay, Miss. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Take care, Diana.
Bye, teacher. Take care.
Bye, Edwin. Take care a lot.